G'day, it's Paul Brennan, Bring Our Birds Home, and it's time for another video update. Obviously, it's Wednesday, April 19th. Let's start with mainstream media. Got a good run on the board this week with a big feature in the Sunday Star Times coming up this Sunday. I talked with a Fairfax person today. That's all go. So that should give us a great bump in the press heading into our crowdfunding campaign for May, phase one of that campaign, to raise between 20 and 35k, that is the target ballpark, to fund the travel and accommodation and some downtime for up to 3 people around the 5 locations in the world where our birds are, to do the deals, make the relationships, etc. I've been saying that for a few weeks now. So that's a great publicity bump. That'll be coming on Sunday. We have Radio New Zealand the week after that, and we're into the TV stations hopefully on the first week of crowdfunding to give maximum punch. And the Give a Little page is up and running. I'll put links up to that on the Facebook page in the next day or so you can go and take a look, and that will be active for giving from the 1st of May all the way through to the end of May. It's not absolutely set in stone, but that is the plan at the moment. So you see this beautiful picture on the screen here. That's our 747 NZV as sent through by Paul Jeffries, a great friend of Bring Our Birds Home, and those pictures originally taken by Kevin Phillips of the day this aircraft rocked up to New Zealand, the delivery flight from Seattle to Auckland. This is NZV taxiing into the terminal at Auckland in June 1981. Some of the pictures a little bit out of focus, but they tell the story. Not a bad day for midwinter in Auckland all those years ago. Now this aircraft, this airframe, sits derelict at Domodedovo Airport in Moscow, which brings us to the other part of the update. I've been in touch with Valery Yakovlevich Tereshchenko, who is the ambassador from Russia to New Zealand. I've told him all about the campaign in a very extensive email with links, with images, specifically addressing the fact that we have that 747 NZV at Domodedovo Airport, Moscow. We need a final confirmation that it's intact, and I want to go and have a chat and see if we can open up a pathway to somehow claiming that airframe. So I'll be very interested to get a response. It should be in the next day or so, and I'm hoping that it'll work out sort of like the relationship we have now with the Brazilian embassy, and that the odds or the chances of securing NZV will become a lot better in the near future. Also, I'm going to be asking them, if I can chat to them, for their view on approaching the Cubans about the DC-10. I'm assuming that there's a reasonable relationship between Russia and Cuba, certainly an historical relationship that can be drawn on, let's say, to help us to make some progress there. I'll leave you with this image now, and I'm thinking that when we get the DC-8, and I'm thinking that we will get it, we've got to be positive, that there'll be an opportunity for Air New Zealand to maybe leverage off it. And James has sent in this beautiful rendering of our first 7879, which also happens to be, I think, the first 7879 built that Air New Zealand received a few years ago, registered NZA, the same registration as our first DC-8, delivered in 65, and you can see that James has done a great job in dressing this 787 up in that livery of the day. And wouldn't that be great to celebrate the arrival of the DC-8? So thank you, James, for contributing to that. Thank you to everybody for visiting the page, watching the videos, making the comments, the suggestions, offering help as we go into this first phase of crowdfunding. So that's about it for now. Keep up the engagement, keep up the interest, please, and watch this space, especially the media space, as we get towards that first week in May for Bring Our Birds Home.